All right, guys. So, how's everyone doing? Hopefully, it's fine. Sorry for the delay of putting content out. I've had a few things to figure out and a few things to do. Sorry for the noise in the background. I'm not recording in a quiet place right now, but it'll get the job done at least. So, in this video here, I am gonna read one of my first stories, I believe, which I wrote, I think it was like 2 years ago, somewhere around those lines. So I'm gonna also comment on my writing because my writing is a lot different from back then. This is gonna be my first long video, and I hope you guys enjoy it. If this one does well, I might keep doing these, reacting to my own stories that I write from the past or from where I've written, long ago. And the first story is from the book that I wrote, The 3 Stories. You guys can also find, I think that one's still up on sale. Well, it's up there for sale. And one of my links, if you guys are interested in that, I'll post it down below in the description so you guys could check that out. And the story is called The Long Walk. All right, let's see what I've written here. It's been a while since I actually looked on this one. All right, here we go. It was a dark, cold, and foggy night. Hardly anyone walks around when it's like that outside. I decided to go outside since I like the fog, and for whatever reason, it calms me down. So right away in that sentence there, I could have written it way better. Than what I wrote there. All right, let's move on. It was about 8:20 in the evening, but it looked like it was midnight because of how dark it got earlier during the day. I began to walk around the corner, and it started to get foggier. But it was all good since I like it that way. My bad, that was a mistake. But it was all good since I like it like that anyway. Again, I could have written it a lot better there. But let's move on. I was walking alone down the street when I noticed another person was in front of me. I didn't care much since he was probably going out on a walk also. Makes sense? I continued to walk until I came across a corner of a street. Although the person was in front of me, turned before I did. Wait, what? You see, like that did not make sense there. As soon as I turned the corner, I thought I would see him, but he wasn't there. How could anyone disappear like that? Especially in a long road that stretches at least a mile before reaching the other street. This is strange. He couldn't have gone across the street that fast. He would have to be the Flash in order to move like that. I guess I was refereeing the Flash because how fast he was moving. Let's see where. Okay. Getting a little freaked out, I began to walk faster. The faster I walked, the foggier it got. It got to the point where, again, the sirens, I'm outside. I apologize for that one. Anyway, no, wait. As a matter of fact, that was not an ambulance. That was a cop car speeding right next to me. Anyway, sorry about that. The next video will be better, I promise. The faster I walked, the foggier it got. It got to the point where I couldn't see 2 feet in front of me. That one was an interesting part. Then I heard it, faint footsteps coming in my direction. I stopped for a second to pull out my phone to turn on the flashlight. I was so nervous that my hands were beginning to shake, making it difficult for me to turn on the flashlight. Finally, I got it to work and immediately turned to the direction in which the footsteps were coming, only to reveal nothing was there. Either I was so scared that my eyes were deceiving me, or I was just scared. I kept walking with the flashlight on. I couldn't hear the footsteps for a good minute. For a moment, I thought it was all over, that I wouldn't have to worry about it anymore. I felt safe for at least a minute, and then I heard the footsteps again. You know what? I'm out of here. And so I began to run, not knowing if I was going to make it back home. I finally reached the street I was supposed to turn to, and by then the fog was much thicker than before, making it even harder to see. I told myself it was fine as long as I wasn't hearing those footsteps. But I had to reassure myself too soon as I began to hear them again. Again, that sentence is messed up a little bit. I began to panic, an intense panic, the likes of which I had never felt before. Speed walking was all that came to mind. I didn't want to attract whoever it was that was out there. My nerves were starting to get the better of me as I saw the street where I was walking get further and further down, like if I was in a never-ending dream. I decided to make a run for it, not knowing what was going to happen next. Oh shoot. The tall figure was right in front of me, standing about 6 foot 3 inches, or 6 feet 3 inches. For the first time, I was really scared and didn't know what to do. The first thing that came to mind was to call for help, not knowing if anyone was going to hear me. As soon as I was about to open my mouth, the figure spoke. It was a man asking for directions to get to a street. What suddenly was fear became a sign of relief. I quickly gave him the directions and went home. That was one of the scariest nights I've ever had. So that was one of my first stories in that book. I think there was only 3 since, I was barely even getting to start writing. I was barely even starting to write and whatnot. And if you guys want to check that out, you guys can. That's another way to support the channel if you guys want. You guys don't have to. I also have like newer books in there, better ones than this one, of course. And I'm also working on others. So that was pretty much it. Thanks guys for watching. If you guys like the video, you guys know what to do. Hit the like button. Comment if you guys have any suggestions, and I might do another one of these. Like I said, I might just start reading either older stories that I've written from way back to probably the middle ones, or maybe I will also read some of the new ones that I have recently. Not the whole thing, maybe like good parts of it, and we'll see from there. Other than that, thanks guys. Again, sorry for not posting consistently, but I'm back now, and I'll catch you guys later.